So I heard on another station, this man requested that on the second date, the woman come with no makeup on. How do y'all feel about that?
How do we feel about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it. How dare you request how I show up to the date? First of all, I haven't thought about it. I was just like listening to the segment,
right?
But I do believe that there is some validity in understanding who a woman is and what she does look like,
right?
Before you are too far along,
right?
Right?
I agree. Yeah. I think requesting it is kind of outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to tell me what I can and can't wear, what I put on my body at all. That's just not happening.
Right.
But I feel like, I mean.
And by the way, if you're wondering if this chick's single, there you go. You have your answer, right? That whole, you're not going to tell me, you felt that, right? You felt that?
Eventually, I'm going to want to be comfortable around you. So I'm going to, not wear makeup. I'm going to be in my sweatpants and my, baggy t-shirt just because that's how I am on a regular basis, Right. But for you to request that, I don't think that's appropriate.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I feel the same. I think requesting it is crazy, but I get the perspective because I think there's a lot of men out here that are getting tricked and they're getting surprised maybe after they spend the night and they roll over and it might look like a completely different person.
Okay, let's really play this out. I mean realistically. You show up on a date. The second date, by the way, this is not the first date, because the first date, he was cool with her showing up the way that she was, with the makeup on. The second date, you specifically request that she shows up without any makeup. I do agree that most guys, it's not common for a guy to request a woman to show up to a date, especially if he's never met her before, and be like, yeah, make sure you show up with no makeup. And that's not the way it sounded like it was requested, but we can all agree that that's not something men do typically on the first date. So then why would a man do that on the second date? Because she probably had too much makeup on the first date, and chances are he wasn't sure what she actually looked like. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think.
But I have seen women like, okay, they're going to sleep with full face and they're waking up before their spouse and then putting back the full face, and they don't let their spouse see them without the full face.
If you can't be comfortable around your partner, then why are you even with that person?
But you know what, Kayla? Maybe they're not comfortable with themselves, and that's why they're wearing all of that.
Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishu Zed. All right, so that video is done. I want you guys to listen to how they were talking about men hat fishing earlier in this conversation. Check it out.
Let's talk about what is a hatfish.
So I've definitely been hatfished before when a guy is always wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Or like, one of those scullies or beanies thing, never takes it off. And then when he does take it off, he looks completely different.
Lord. So have so tell us the story when you were hatfished.
Well, yeah. I've been on dating apps before.
Okay.
And so like pictures that they post, of course they're going to post their best pictures, right?
Sure.
So they'll have the hats on and like, oh, they're cute. And then when you're around them and they take the hat off, it's not the same.
What's going on? The hairline is
the hairline. All that. It's just not, it just doesn't look the same.
Okay, I've heard the hatfish thing. I think what these chicks don't realize, if you hear them talk about hat fishing, they do not realize how many women out here wear way too much makeup. And I mean caked on makeup, to the point where it almost seems like they might be trying to hide something. And you don't know what they actually look like. These women exist, and they are way different without the makeup. But again, I'm trying to show that they understand the hat fishing, which is nothing compared to the eyeliner, the lipstick, the blush, the other shit they put on their foundation, right? Already that's like 4+ different products to make you look like somebody who you really aren't. We haven't even gotten to the hair and the nails and the waist trainers, etc.
So do we think hat fishing though, what if the man is just has a bald head? Like and that's okay, but is that hat fishing and he just likes to wear a baseball cap or some type of hat?
I feel like some men unintentionally hatfish. Like you could have just caught them on a day when they were wearing a hat, and then the next day you catch them,
right?
And you're like, "Where's that hat?"
do y'all think LL is hat fishing?
Absolutely.
Wow, they're about to do LL Cool J like this.
What's going on underneath LL's hat? I thought he had a decent.
I think so.
Please speak on it, Kayla.
I don't think he looks a little different without it.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you think he's tricking women? Because that's the fish part.
I don't know. I don't know if he's like you said, intentionally doing it, but yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Is it tricking women when you're wearing weave? Are we not allowed to ask the same questions? Guys, listen. They hate it. They hate it when the coffee's served back.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
They hate it when the coffee is served back. Doesn't matter the race, there are going to be chicks that overdo it. When it comes to things like hat fishing and hair fishing, maybe we should call it hair fishing, right? Putting things on your body and head that change how you look drastically. A lot of black women love rocking that weave. No matter how many times I've said on this channel that black men love natural hair. Natural hair.
That answer though, because that was your natural reaction, and I actually agree with her though, because he comes on with the hat, he takes his picture with the hat and the glasses, because I think that's how he feels he looks the best.
Mm-hmm. That's like his signature. That's his thing. You never see him with that.
Now that you say that, I do feel like I always see him with a beanie or a hat on,
or fitted in his grown age.
I'm a stan.
Hold on, man. We've got to check this out. I don't like how they're doing my man LL Cool J right now, calling him a hat fish. Well, okay. I will admit he does like hats. All right. As I look at these photos, there's one photo of him without the hat. Okay, he rocks the hats. He likes hats, right? Like I said, there are chicks who love weave. And they claim they're protecting their hair when we never actually see what the hell they're protecting.
I just want to put that out there.
He'll always be a legend.
She's like, hey, in case this ends up in the coffee pot, don't group me in with the other chicks. We got you.
Have you been hatfished?
Yes. I'm not going to put anybody on blast, but it happens. I think most of the time it's unintentional, unless a guy's like really like, maybe he doesn't have a haircut, so he's wearing a hat just to conceal that hairline, but I don't think.
But then eventually he was going to take the hat off.
Yeah, it has to come off one day.
In the shower, in the bed. Right? They can't wear it.
Bro, I'm sorry, but do you guys see the chick talking about the hat has a hat of her own?
Pool, yeah. You like go to the amusement park. He refuses to take off the hat on the roller coaster.
These are yellow flags.
They are.
Are they yellow flags? So if women can say that a man who wears a hat because maybe he personally believes that he looks better with the hat than just rocking the bald head is a yellow flag, are men allowed to say that a woman who wears weave consistently is a red flag? Are men allowed to think that without them calling it misogyny? Comment down below. As always, people responded. Here are a few comments. This woman says, requesting something is not telling you anything. If you're insecure, just say that. Which is followed by a response from this guy who said, you are on the protection list, sis, with the heart emoji. We've got a protection list. I didn't know. She responded back with the laughing emojis. Somebody else here says, God forbid he be able to know what you really look like. Here's a woman who says, I should be allowed to ask him to come with his bank statement, credit report, and pay stub, because clearly he wants to assess me physically, and I should be allowed to assess him as a provider. Fair is fair. Somebody else here added, people are struggling with the difference of a request and a demand. And the final comment here reads, wearing makeup around him until he catches feelings, knowing your grades below what you're advertising is deceitful and you deserve what harshness comes with it. Listen, like I said, I think for most men, I don't personally know a bunch of guys who are on the first date. That's not what happened here, right? No one asked that on the first date. I believe if he said for the second date, show up with no makeup, chances are she had way too much makeup on the first date and he wanted to make sure he liked what she looked like natural as well. Always curious to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.